Hi friends, welcome to Creative Skills. Today I am going to teach you guys how to create mockup in Photoshop. Before starting the tutorial, if you are new to our channel then please subscribe it and don't forget to press the bell icon to get all new updates. Let's move to the tutorial. I have already selected an image of the bottle and removed the background. First of all, we'll select the bottle. I have selected the bottle in two parts. First part is the bottom of the bottle and the second part is the cap of the bottle. Let me show you guys my selection. This is the bottle bottom. And I have selected this selection with the help of pen tool. I'll again select the pen tool and click on the make selection and click OK. The bottom area of the bottle is selected. Now I'll go to my layers tab and select the bottle, and by pressing the Ctrl J key to create duplicate of the bottom area. You can see here I have selected the bottom part and rename this to the bottle bottom. And then let me turn on this image, and again I'll go to the path tab and select the cap of the bottle, and again right click on the image and click make selection and press OK. The bottle cap is selected, and then I'll select the blank bottle, and then I'll again press the Ctrl J key to duplicate the cap. You can see here this is my bottle layer and this is the bottom part of the bottle and this is the cap only. Now the bottom part of the bottle is in one layer and the other cap part is in another layer. Now I'll rename this to the cap and press enter. First of all, I'll drag the bottle and then I'll click on the adjustment layers and select the solid color and select any of the color. I'll select my already selected color in the swatches. I'll select it and press OK. Again I'll go to the bottle bottom, and by holding down the control key and I'll click on the thumbnail of this layer. You can see here the selection is made. I'll simply delete this layer mask and again click on the layer mask after the selection. Now you can see in the selection the color is applied on the bottle bottom. Now you can see the color is applied only on the bottom of the bottle. Now again I'll go to the adjustment layers and select the solid color, and this time I'll select this color and press OK. I have already selected this color and saved it to my swatches. And now I'll select the layer mask which we have created before, and by holding down the Alt key and drag it to the other layer mask. You can see the Photoshop is asking that the replace layer mask. Yes, I want to replace the layer mask. I'll change the blending mode of the layer to something like linear one, and the bottom layer to the multiply. And if I'll change it to the linear one and other to multiply. Okay, now fine. And bring the opacity to something like 50%. It's fine. Okay. Now I'll create the design. I'll again select my bottom part of the layer by holding down the control key, and then again I'll go to the adjustment layer and select again solid color, and this time I'll select this bright color and press OK. Now I'll bring this layer one step below And then I'll create this solid layer to the smart object, convert to smart object. Now the layer is converted into smart object, and you can see here the small icon. This is representing that the image is converted into smart object. I'll double click on the image, a new solid layer opened. I'll simply place the design on this bottle. I'll simply go to this layer, which is the design which I have already created. You can see I have created this design with the help of some text layers and one image and some shapes. This is the simple design. I'll simply copy this group by going to the edit and click on the copy, and by going to the color fill layer and again go to the edit and again press the paste layer. Now we'll turn off this layer. You can see this is a simple design. I'll simply close it, and the Photoshop is asking to save this file. Yes, I want to save this file and press yes. Now you can see here in the bottle my design is pasted on the bottle. I'll then change the blending mode of this design to something like multiply, and adjust the size by selecting the move tool and resize the design. My image, my background is still showing some bright color. Let me bring the opacity to something like, let me turn the brightness below. Okay, fine. Now the design is here. I'll select my design layer and let me rename this to design and adjust the position. The bottle is in the curved position, therefore I'll make the design in the curved position. I'll simply click on the warp and slightly curve the image slowly, lightly, and bottom handles also, and press on the OK. Now the design is also in the curved position. The design is almost ready. Now I'll place this design on the bottle. Let me add some adjustment to bring the bottle design some brighter. I'll select the levels and bring the design something brighter. Okay, looking fine. Now I want to adjust the color of the cap. I'll simply click on the layer by holding down the control key to make the selection of the cap of the bottle. I have selected the cap, and now I'll go to the adjustment layer and again select the solid color. And with the help of my eyedropper tool, I'll select this color, something like okay, looking fine, and then okay. The cap is selected, and let me change the blending mode to multiply. Okay, now let me zoom in the image by selecting the zoom tool and a little bit zoom in. You can see here the white area is still appearing. Let me fix it out, and this is the blank bottle layer. I'll simply click on the layer by holding down the control key. The complete bottle is selected. Now I'll go to the adjustment layers and select the solid color and select the color with the eyedropper tool and press OK, and change the blending mode to multiply. Let me change the color to something like okay, now looking fine. Press OK. Let me zoom out the image by pressing the Ctrl 0 key. Now my design is almost complete. Now I want to adjust the background. I'll simply select the move tool by pressing the shortcut key is V and go to the background layer. First of all, I'll select the layer and simply go to the edit and click on the copy, and again I'll select my this layer where the bottle is, and again go to the edit and click paste, and let me resize the image by holding down the alt and shift key and resize the image. Okay, fine. Now I'll bring this background layer to the bottom. Now this layer is to the bottom, and now I'll bring the texture, wooden texture. This is the wooden texture. I'll select this layer, and here I'll go to the edit and select the copy, and again go to my previous layer and paste it here, and I'll select by selecting this layer and holding down this shift key to rotate it. Okay, fine. And now bring it to the bottom and adjusting the size. And then click on the perspective, and then again right click and select the scale and bring it down little bit, and again select the perspective and again select the scale and adjust the position. Okay, fine. Let me fit the image on the screen. Let me zoom in little bit. Now my design is placed on the wooden texture. You can see guys, the mockup is ready. I hope you have learned something from this tutorial, and if you want to ask anything regarding this tutorial, then please leave a comment. We'll reply you as soon as possible. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Stay connected with us. See you in the next tutorial. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.